All right, so today we're going to talk a little about how to help our teams focus a little more in the way of learning and improvement, even in the midst of 6-on-6 competition. That's not an easy thing to do. There are different parts of practice that you all probably run, and maybe some parts of practice are more focused on individual skills, things that don't involve 6-on-6 volleyball. But ultimately, we're trying to help people apply those skills and apply that learning and that improvement to the actual game of 6-on-6 volleyball. So we're trying to foster a bit of extra focus, even in the midst of competition, on some things we might have worked on earlier in the practice, earlier in the week, earlier in the season. And another thing we would do, I would just say, is that sometimes when we're playing some kind of 6-on-6 activity in the course of practice, it's easy to forget what we were working on earlier that day individually. Maybe we were working on coverage, maybe we were working on hitting line, things like that. So we're trying to make it a little easier for our people to both compete and remember a little the focus we're working on for that day. All right, so we're going to get into it with 5 different basic activities, ideas for you to apply to your own team and your own gym. First, I want to introduce 2 of my favorite people, Luca Slabe, who will be our assistant with the men's team coming up. Luca, yep, in the red shirt. And another of my favorite people, Tama Miyashiro, our great assistant for the last number of years with the USA Women. Now Tama's going to be coaching in Love with the Salt Lake City franchise. Really excited for her as they get their first season going. So they will be our assistants. We have 5 different types of activity. Really, it's a game, and then it has a component that affects the scoreboard, or a game within a game, or a second scoreboard. And then finally, the last one we call bingo. We have these little cards that we're going to hand out. Tasks for the 2 teams to study. They'll be secret. One team will have 3 tasks. The other team will have 3 tasks. And they won't know what each other's tasks are, but again, they can't win the game until they've checked off these 3 tasks. Okay, I think we're on our final one for our 2 captains. Yeah, you have, let's see. You have these, so one team gets one team gets the other. Pick one. Pick one of these. And pick, and pick, and pick. All right, go back with your teams and figure out what they are. Tom and Luca, you got them. So they have some tasks that we wrote down before we started working here. Our USA Women really enjoy playing this because maybe it's at the end of the week and we've been working on X or working on Y or working on Z, coverage, line kills, transition kills, whatever it is. So then we play bingo, much like Spotlight. We don't keep a score on, actually, I think we will. We'll put the score up on the small scoreboard if a team accomplishes one of their tasks, and they'll let us know. Normally, they would just kind of keep it to themselves, and partway through, we'll take a break and see if the other team can figure out what they're trying to do in these tasks. They're secret, they're planning, they're going to figure out how. I think one team might have a task of killing a ball off a non-setter setting. So that gets interesting when they're trying to create ways to do it if that's the last task that they have. Gets really creative in the USA gym. They do not have to go in order, any three, but they have to check all three off.
They want clarity. Is that zone 2 or seam 2?
Zone. Yes.
So short.
Yeah. The popcorn's getting ready here. All right, we're at 18 all. Luca and Tama, you'll let us know if you got one, and we'll just put a number up on the board that we got one of our bingos. Luca, you got it. Bingo time. Here we go. Secret. Each team's up. They don't know what the other team's bingos are. That is a normal point because we're still playing normal volleyball. I can see Luca, he's giving it away with his body. We can already start telling what the other team has as their bingo tasks. Woo! And if we haven't checked these off, the score will keep going. So it would go beyond 25, 23, or whatever the score is. Tama, do we have any of our tasks yet? We got one? Okay. Luca, any tasks yet? Nope, okay. We keep going. Tama, you'll tell us if we get any other ones. Nice. Luca, quick break. Teams, stay on your side of the net and gather. Luca, you come over here. You're not going to tell them, but you're going to ask them what this team thinks their tasks are. And Tama, go over there. Without giving away a secret, we're going to see if either team can have determined or gleaned what the tasks are. Luca, you'll just listen. Tama, you'll just listen. We'll talk about it at the end. But this is part of this is to try to figure out, okay, what's the strategy there? Are they trying to hit line? Are they trying to get an off-speed kill? Are they trying to hit a certain zone? Or what are they trying to do? And we're back in. Tama and Luca will tell us about it at the end. Tama says they're close. Okay. We keep going. Play it. Okay, it's getting interesting here as they're trying to figure out how to check that bingo off. Nice run. They now have two bingos on this side. Luca, still 0 there? You have one? They do have one bingo on that side. Nice up. Nice hustle. We keep going. Woo, nice shot. Still need one more. So the game is not done because this team has accomplished 2, but not 3. Were we close? Oh. Look at, they've only accomplished 1, so we have the right score. Yep. Couple more rallies. Is that it? They checked off all 3 things at set point and won the game. Bingo. Luca and Tama, can you come here? How close were they on their?
Yeah, they definitely thought something was up with the middle kill, which that was one of them, first ball kill. They threw out some other ideas, take the middle out, so good ideas, but just the one.
So on the right track.
On the right track,
Nice.
for sure.
Luca, how'd that team do? How'd that team do in trying to figure out what the other team was doing?
Right away, they were right on 2 out of 3. Zone 2 short serve and off-speed shot. So they were, and then they couldn't figure out a third one.
Okay, which
Yeah.
was?
Which was non-setter kill.
Okay. So